Okay, so what is your name and how do people like to call you? So my name is Morven. People like to call me Morven, which I don't really like because I feel like I'm in trouble. Like my mum would shout Morven, and that would be me in trouble. And people like to call me Morv with a V, not Morph or Mork and Mindy, like just Morv, which is what most people call me. I guess I've got Punk, I've got so many names. Punk Morvs is like my name from when I was in a band. So that's my Facebook name, only because my other Facebook got deleted. And I went back to my old one from when I was like 17 or something. Then I've got Hippyhooha, which is my YouTube and my art page. No one really calls me Hippyhooha. Some people call me Hoo-ha. I've heard that it's got connotations in American as well, but hey. And some people call me Delilah, mostly if I do photo shoots or burlesque, because that was my burlesque name, Delilah Cockapop. So there you go, but basically everyone calls me Morv. How long have I been vegan? I think I've been vegan about 3 years. There's a big period of a few years before I was fully vegan, where I would say like a couple of years, maybe more, where I just was really interested in it all and looking up videos and stuff, and I knew I loved animals, didn't want to eat them, but then I was like struggling to kind of almost like come out as a vegan because people really judge you and people can, it wasn't even that, but like the pressure of it, it was like, yeah, just trying to work out how do I get enough food here, and like it's been so much easier in the last few years because so many people are vegan and there's so many more products available to eat, and especially like dining out and stuff. Why did I go vegan? I basically went vegan because so I got a dog. I adopted a greyhound, and when I got her, like I just thought, how can I eat like a pig or like a chicken? And then I was like, I freaking love animals, like why would I eat them? And then I think the first thing actually I got off was dairy, because I was eating loads of dairy at the time. And I saw a documentary somehow, and then I literally did that thing where you just like binge watch stuff. Like I was just, could not get enough, like as much as it's horrible to watch, of just finding out about dairy, and then I was just disgusted. Like that was it, no more dairy. I didn't even really like, wasn't massive on cheese anyway. And then yeah, so I cut out dairy first I think, and then I was still eating, I think I was on one of those like diets where you eat really high protein, and yeah, it does actually, like I made me pretty slim, but it's not healthy. And I've also had loads of problems for like, well, basically 10 years of eating disorders, which I think you hear a lot from people who've gone into veganism, because it's like a very, like, I feel like it's a really like good vibe thing to do. Like you don't feel guilty for eating things, and it's a really good way to come out of an eating disorder, to go to this, because I don't know, it really worked for me. Really worked for me. Yeah, anyway, I don't know if I answered that. Is it hot? Oh no, sorry. How do you define your meal plan? So I don't really have a meal plan. Basically just eat when I'm hungry. I'm not really in too much of a routine. Like I do tend to have breakfast, lunch, dinner. If I miss something, like if I'm busy, then I'll just pick something up. Like we tend to have loads of fruit and veg in our house, and I'm quite a big snacker. Like I'd rather have like a snacky dinner than a like sit down meal. Like normally I can't wait until everything's cooked, because the stew, my partner likes to cook, but I'll be like, I'm hungry, and then just eat everything before he's ready. Yeah, so it's pretty open. Is it hard to be vegan? No, literally no. Like when people are, I don't know, people always, what was that? When people say to me like, oh, I couldn't be vegan, and people say it all the time, like I don't think it's hard. I don't feel like I'm depriving myself. I feel like full of energy, I feel happy. I don't feel like, I don't think it's like a miracle cure for things like people make it seem, but it's definitely like better for the planet. Like, when you know, for me, knowing all the having all the ethics behind it, like, it's not difficult when you know what's going on. Like, a lot of people, if they're vegan just for their own health, yeah, maybe it's going to be difficult because you actually really want like food that you think tastes good. But for me, like, I'm ethically, like, cannot go and eat it. Like, I don't want to know. I don't want to taste it. I don't want to... No. How do you obtain protein? Well, many ways. I don't think there's really ever been a case of protein deficiency. I think maybe there is. If people are starving to death, then possibly. Protein's really not like a problem in people's diets, but if you eat a lot of vegetables, beans, legumes, basically I eat a lot of chickpeas, kidney beans, tofu, I really like Linda McCartney sausages. I really like those barbecue sausages. What else? Like spinach and greens and broccoli, and basically all plant foods are made of proteins. So yeah, like, I definitely get enough protein. Do you eat fish? No. Why would I eat fish? Vegan. What does your family and friends think about you being vegan? No one particularly cares, no one's bothered, everyone's like cool with it, it's pretty easy to do, everyone knows I'm healthy. I think everyone can see how much happier I am than before I was vegan. I sometimes think people are like, oh, she's vegan. Someone said to me the other day, oh, because it's cool. And I was like, no. Well, if it's cool to save animals, then yeah, it is cool. What do you do in social events to maintain your lifestyle? So a lot of the time I'll eat before, I'll take food with me, like snack stuff, or you can normally find something you can eat there if you're not too bothered. Do you miss any animal product? No. What are your favorite foods? Watermelon. Mostly all fruit. Pineapple. Fresh pineapple, fresh watermelon. And like, the watermelon has to be chopped up. This is so weird, but if you eat, you know, I always see people with the watermelon cut in half in a spoon, and I literally think it tastes shit like that. Like, it's just a shitty way to eat it, and then you end up with bits that are too big for your mouth. You need to cut that thing up, slice it into like the chunks, and eat it with a fork. It is amazing like that. I'd say watermelon's probably up there with my favorite food ever. Maybe veggie sausages. Like, there's these Veggie Delight barbecue sausages that I really like, especially when they're all cooked on the barbie and they're actually like crispy on the outside. And banana smoothies, definitely, for sure. Chocolatey banana smoothies. What are your had a bit of a blackout there. What are your, oh, we've already done your favorite food. How is your life better as a vegan? So I feel more at peace with myself. I don't feel guilty for saying I actually love animals. I feel healthy, like literally. I love running, and walking or just exercise. But a lot of the time, like, I'll just be lazy, and when I'm doing it, I love it. But like, sometimes it takes me a bit to just get going and do it. And once I'm out there, I love it. And we've been traveling around quite a lot because we're traveling around Australia at the moment. And every time we Steve's watching every time we go to a new place, I kind of find it harder to like just get out there. But being vegan, I've noticed, even with big gaps in training, like my fitness level stays high. like genuinely. And I think it's because I eat so healthy. Because if you're eating a lot of crap, you can be vegan and eat a lot of crap, but I can't talk. I do try to eat mostly plant food. And so, well, of course everything's plant food, but you know, like very plant-based. And yeah, I just feel like it really like keeps my fitness level high compared to if I was eating a lot of fried food, a lot of oil, and meat, dairy, eggs, all that kind of stuff. Really, I feel like it really, really helps me. I can't even remember what question I was answering. How was your life better? That was it. And yeah, like it's easier to keep slim. Yeah, I just feel really good. Is it expensive to be vegan? I would say if you want to eat all the meat replacements, then yeah, which I get as a treat. Like I get maybe like a packet of sausages, veggie sausages, like maybe once to twice a week, and then the rest of the time I'll try to eat healthier stuff, like not that kind of stuff. I like to make dals and curries and soups and stuff like that. But yeah, it can be expensive if you're just eating a lot of that, if you choose not to cook by yourself. The other positive to being vegan is that you are kind of want to experiment with stuff and cook. I would say it's expensive if you're gonna do that and buy all these pre-packaged things, just like it is if you're eating meat that's all pre-packaged. But we go to like a market and we get our veggies and stuff there, and tins of like chickpeas, all the beans, they're like 80 cents here. Super cheap. And you can make meals. Get some potatoes, some chickpeas, and some onion, and you can literally make the most amazing dal with like some herbs that you've already bought, like cumin, garam masala, all those things, and you can literally just make a meal. We've got this massive bag of rice. It's like this size, and it was $5, and we bought it I think we bought it a year ago. We've still got it. It's huge. So yeah, like it doesn't have to be expensive at all. Also, I don't do, just to clarify, I know there's a lot of vegans who do like raw tofu or like extremer, I would say, and maybe they're not extreme, but diets that are like cramming all the food you can eat and all this. Like I don't do that. I just eat until I'm full. I just eat when I'm hungry, and I'm not trying to cram in calories. I'm just eat what I want when I want, and I think that's the healthiest thing for me, because as I said before, it came from an eating disorder, and I don't want to like start anything up again if I feel like I have to eat more or force myself to eat things. It's not good. Not good for me anyway. Do you enjoy veganism? Yes, very much. Yeah, I do. I love it. I have nothing to add. I like it. And I like meeting other people. It's a really good way to meet other people. It's not a really good way, but I mean it's a thing you can have in common with other people. What was the hardest part of becoming vegan? Other people, basically. I would say other people, and like I get quite riled up when I feel like I get attacked a lot, like verbally attacked. People will just be like, oh, you're vegan, more meat for me then. And I just feel like it kind of is upsetting. I'm like, wow, you monster. Like people, the only hard part for me, I think, is like seeing how little other people care. Some other people care. And seeing how much people are like, I love animals, and then they just eat them. Or like, so there was a thing the other day, like where I live, these fish had all died because they were in the canal, the tide had gone out, and they got trapped and then like cooked in the water because it was really hot that day. And then all these like bloated fish, sorry, it's kind of horrible, but it's life. These fish floated up to the top. There's like 300 of them or something. And then everyone from the local community. It was like a community page, and everyone was commenting, oh, poor fish and all this. And I just wanted to say, do you eat fish? Because I bet these people all do. There's like pretty much like a couple of vegans where I live. Do you eat fish? Because I bet you do. And you're saying, oh, poor fish. I bet you eat chicken. I bet you eat cows. I bet you eat sheep. Like, get a grip. Like, it really frustrates me, because you need to be in tune with what is actually the truth and what is a lie. And you're basically living a lie, or you're just kidding yourself on. Basically, same thing. Living a lie, in my opinion. This is all my opinion. Do what you want. What do you do on a date? Have fun. Anyway. Yeah, on a date, I don't know. I go out with my boyfriend and we have food and drinks and enjoy ourselves. Although, sometimes I eat just like a small portion of vegetables because we went out last week and that was all they had. But anyway, I wasn't that hungry, and it was squash or butternut squash, and it really filled me up, so it was fine. I just ate when we got home. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this, and if you too are vegan, then please do the same tag. I found it on a website. I'll copy and paste it in the description. Alright, have an amazing day. Quite frankly, hope you have a great time, and I'm sorry for being a little quiet. There's other people in my house, and I do feel a little silly for just sitting talking to myself. Anyway, maybe I'll film this one. Have a good day. Peace and love.